Welcome back to Standard Living. In today's episode, we're going to be installing our front door on this Bobcat. We got laser beams. I finally got a door now. Let's go test it out. It's that time. We put our door on our Bobcat. So this is a mid-2000s Bobcat 763. It is time for a new seat. As you can see, we're going to be upgrading that next. But this thing's never had a door on it. It doesn't have heat or AC. We're just gonna deal with it with the door. Luckily, this door can slip on and off pretty easily. We don't have any side glasses in here. When we figure out a heater and AC for this thing, then we'll put glass in the side. But for now, we're just gonna put the front door on. And that'll help us from getting hit in the face with sticks and spiders in the summertime. When it's too hot, we can just slip it off to get that airflow. And in the wintertime, we can put that door on there, get some kind of heat in that thing and stay warm during the winter. Let me show you this kit and what came with it. Now, this is a full door kit. There's the frame, we got glass, we got tons of seals here. I'm no window guy, so this is gonna be probably a pain. I think this is a double seals. This goes on the inside of the frame. I think it locks in. I think the glass locks in with this little tube here, I'm not sure. We got the hinges, that's gonna go on first. We're gonna put those on the Bobcat. That way we can slip that door in and out easily. I'm not sure what those go to yet. Those are like the knobs for the sunroof, but I'm not sure why that would be in here. But we got a window motor, we got window wipers. This kit had everything in it. We got latches inside and outside. We got a air freshener. We got a cap, a Frisbee. I don't know what this thing is yet. I gotta find out soon. Yeah, we're gonna get that installed today, and we're gonna try out our new front door. I know it's not that exciting, but I'm pretty excited about it. I've been wanting a front door for this thing for a long time. They're pretty pricey for the kit, the full kit for these doors if you don't have a door on there. The replacement glass is pretty cheap, but this full door kit was pretty expensive. I did find this company, FridayParts, and they have excellent pricing, and they carry parts for, I don't know, every kind of equipment there is. So FridayParts carries a wide variety of parts for all kinds of equipment, even down to chainsaws and lawnmowers, and pretty much all kinds of heavy machinery and tractors and farming equipment. So I'm gonna drop a link in the description. Go check those guys out. They got parts for everything, literally, even your old antique tractors and stuff. But we're gonna start installing this door. We're gonna start with those door hinges, and we're gonna put these on first, and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna go and grab my toolbox, and we're gonna get started on this thing. I'm gonna get rid of these forks right here so it's easier to work on. That should make it a little easier to get in and out here. I'm tripping over the forks. We got a standard bolt with a metric nut. Odd. Odd. Let's test fit this frame here. Give this a little test fit. Doing all right. I think my handle's bent. I think this handle's bent in. That was definitely bent. Hopefully I haven't been much better. All right, well, we know that fits. Now it slides up and down though. There we go. That's how it's supposed to work. Easily slide in and out. So I did notice one thing that I'm missing out of the kit. It is the striker for this door here. This kit is a replacement door or full replacement door kit. So I'm guessing they assume that you have this part here already on your skid steer. We did get the hinges. Those are actually ordered separate. Those weren't part of the kit because this one didn't have them. So I'm assuming that being a replacement door kit, it didn't have the hinges or the striker. But what we'll probably do is use a bolt for now. I'll set up some kind of bolt and put like a spacer on it or something for the right size. And heck, that might work just fine. But we will order the correct part for that as well. And I still hadn't figured out what those knobs are for. Up there you have those little knobs to get the sunroof open, but I don't know. I don't know why I have those knobs. I haven't figured it out yet. I don't know if those are supposed to come with this kit or not. We use them for something. Maybe they are, I don't know. But the way that striker works, so you got your outer door handle. This will be on the outside. You got a key and everything. This is your outside door handle with your lock. This is your inside handle, the striker. It's got a wire in there. I wonder if you can set an alarm up on this thing. Pretty neat. Maybe you can set it up for a light. But yeah, so the striker here, that striker that I'm missing, it goes right here. This thing, you know, kind of like the tailgate thing. Hey, I wonder if I can steal one of those. But anyway, you stick those on there, and I'm missing mine off the Bobcat. But that is a good idea. I wonder if I can steal one of these, because I like never close my tailgate on this truck anyway. I could probably pull that out and put a nut on it, fit it on there. I bet you that will work. Or we'll just use a bolt. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I didn't account for that part, but we'll take care of it one way or another. And the wiper motor and stuff, I guess this is going to be like the last thing I put in here, along with this air freshener. Fresh skid steer smell. I still don't know what this is. I need to go look at the instructions. That'll probably help. Yeah, but you've probably seen this van in some of my videos. This van is my rolling toolbox. One of my little side gigs is doing CNC service work. So working on CNC machinery. So that's my toolbox for that job. I haven't done much of that lately, but we do have a few jobs lined up that I need to take care of. One in Atlanta and a couple in Miami. I'm going to take you along for those jobs when we get ready to do that. We're probably going to be pulling this behind the RV. That's kind of what I've been waiting on, getting that RV finished up. So we can make these long trips to work on machinery, use the RV so we're not paying for so many hotel rooms, and so we can stay longer and do the things we like to do. When I used to sell machinery, a lot of it sold down in the tourist areas, around the beaches and things like that, resort areas. That was my main focus of customers. That way when I worked on the machines or did installs, I could always go to the beach and have a vacation. But we do have some of that work lined up soon, and I'm going to take you along for some of that just to show you kind of real world, other things that I do as well besides just sawmilling. You may find it pretty interesting. I don't know. I guess what I'm going to try to do now is put this seal in the door and then try to put it in the window. I don't know if that goes, which one goes first? Do you put the seal in the door first? I think you put it in the door first and then the window last. I've never done windows before. My next question is, which side does the window go on, the outside or the inside? This is going to be a pain. We're going to figure this out even if we got to do it twice. So I got this skinny slot right here. I assume that goes in the door. I'm guessing the glass goes in this part or this part. Shoot, I really don't even know. And there's that little piping that runs to this piece. I would assume it locks it in. Odd setup. I don't know. I'm probably doing it completely wrong. I guess the glass goes in this piece here. This little wide section, since that's about as thick as the glass is. And this piece will go in the door. Window guys, tell me what you think. Let's try it on the glass first. Let's see what we can do with this. I think we're on the right track now. What if I use some Dawn dish soap or something on this to help it slip on? I just hate for it to get slippery and slip back off. It's on pretty good. I think I'm definitely on the right track now. I'm gonna have arthritis after this. I just hope I'm putting it on the right way and I don't have to take it back apart.
And coming off.
I'm sure you gotta cut it to fit it, but still, like look, it's already slipping off over here. That's what I'm worried about. If I cut it too short or something.
Yeah.
So I guess I gotta cut this to length. Hopefully I'm, I don't know. I'm probably doing it completely wrong. I just hate for it to get slippery and slip back off. It's on pretty good. I think I'm definitely on the right track now. I'm sure you gotta cut it to fit it, but still, like look, it's already slipping off over here. That's what I'm worried about. Cut it too short or something. So I guess I gotta cut this to length. Doing this right. All right, so this is the outside of the glass here. Try to flip it over and see if I can slip the frame in. This is gonna be a nightmare. We're gonna try to set this on here and see if we can't get this. This is a job right here. If I had nuts and bolts on it, I wouldn't have a problem. I feel like I may need to be in the frame first. Well, we've had several days of weather, and actually it looks like it's about to pour down again. I've been working on this thing all morning. It's been several days of trying to get this window in the sill. I still haven't put the lock string in there, or whatever you call it. That's got to go on the inside to lock the frame, lock the sill to the frame. I did get the window in, and I got the sill on the frame, and you have to push this little other sill down. So that was a nightmare. Hey, I want to give a shout out to any glass guys out there. That's some real hands-on work right there. That's a pain. You got to have some like strong fingers and everything else. It's a real nightmare, but it's in. Finally got it. We're going to do this outer sill right now around the door, and hopefully we can beat some of this weather that's about to drop on us, I believe. Perfect timing as usual. These sills, you start at the bottom, usually, always, mainly because when it rains, any water that gets in the sills or behind the sills, at the bottom, it'll be a little seam there. It can all run out. You don't want to start your seams at the top. Sky's getting dark. I know when we're about to have a storm because, you know, the wind's always coming out of the west, but when it starts coming out of the east, it's probably usually like a coastal storm or something coming up. And a lot of times it'll come out of the south, but we're getting some westerly winds right now, or some winds out of the east and some dark clouds out of the east, which is unusual. It usually means we're going to have some pretty ugly weather. Typically what that means anyway. So we're going to try to hurry this along and try to get this door on here. But I do want to get this sill on here because if wind picks up, I don't want this thing slamming. I don't have my inner latch striker yet. I'm going to probably use like a bolt. That's the only piece I'm missing out of this entire kit. But it sounds like the sky's getting angry. But yeah, this is a pretty cool window. I've got it nasty now because I used Dawn dish soap. That was the only thing I could get in there to really help the sill slide in. So this stuff is everywhere. I'm gonna have to spray this thing down with a water hose. It's definitely not an easy task. I'm sure there's tools out there that makes it a lot easier. I have absolutely none of those. The only thing I had that actually worked well was I ordered a replacement glass for one of my iPads a few years ago or a while back, and it came with these little plastic spatula tools, and one of them was kind of actually worked it really nice. It's the only reason I got this thing in here. All right, so that is my outer seal in. Now it is way longer than what I need, so I'm gonna have to cut it to length. I don't want to cut it too short. Oh man, it's got metal in it too, don't it? I don't know if my knife's gonna get it. And the wind is starting to pick up now. Well, it's like a metal band in there. Holy cow. Let's see if I can cut that in half. Yeah, I got it. Believe it or not. Yeah, and the sky is getting nasty. It's starting to look sketchy. Let me show you guys what it looks like. It is looking ugly. Nasty looking sky. Wind is blowing. I guess all we can do is work on this until it rains. Now this thing right here, this is like a little, I don't know what you call it. I know there's a name for it, a proper name, and I probably need my soap to put it in. But it's like a safety seal. It will actually go on the inside of the window, inside of the frame. Let me see if I can do this without knocking the window out. So it'll actually go on the inside of the seal all the way around, and it locks this seal into the frame. And the cool feature about that is it's like a safety net, or whatever you want to call it. So I think this we're going to start at the top, and we're going to leave a little bit out. So if you get stuck, if you're familiar with skid steers and doors, if you get stuck or the machine's shut off, or for any reason the head is up, this door will not open because it'll protrude with the boom here on the front of the Bobcat. So if something happens and you get stuck in the Bobcat and you can't get out any other way, you need to knock this front glass out. You take this seal, you grab it and you pull this all the way around, you pull it out. And once you pull that out, this window, you'll be able to put your feet on it and push it out of the frame. That's why I got to be careful with it now, because I don't have that in there right now, and it could potentially come out of this frame. But what this does, when it goes in this seal, it goes between this little crack here and locks it in. So I got to figure out where I want to start this thing at. Man, this looks rough. This looks like we're about to get some bad weather. We've had a lot of bad weather lately. The last few days, it has just dropped bottom. And it's always been about this time of the day, which is, it's 5 o'clock right now. So it's been in the evening time every day anyway. But yeah, let's hurry up and try to get this in here. So we're going to try to hurry this along. I want to get this done today. I've been wanting to get this done for the last week, or the last whatever. I don't think it's been a week yet, but between doing work on the sawmill and things. There was an eagle that flew over earlier, and it looks like it was missing half of its wing. I don't know if somebody shot at it or what, or like something might have bit it, or might have gotten in a fight with another eagle. It's, I don't know who's using a chainsaw in this damn weather. If they cutting trees down, they got a death wish. This wind is kicking. Actually, I know who it is, and they're watching this video. A little more friendly lightning. All right. Got that part in. I'll spin this around without breaking the glass. There's my little tool I've been using right here. That's for like an iPad pry tool for prying the lens out to replace your glass. Seems to work really well. So yeah, when you get an emergency, you just rip this string out and you should be able to kick this window right out of the frame. Let's hope it keeps it in there. I think that's how it works anyway. Try to easily cut this without hitting the glass, or to cut another sill. There we go. All the way down, just wiggle it down. I'm not going to force it. So I'm worried about, and it most definitely comes all the way over here. If you sling that door open, it would bust that glass out with this handle. Man, look at that. How cool is that? One thing I did notice, at the bottom of this door, you still got these huge holes right here. I know there's supposed to be some plates that go right there. I don't know what they're called. I tried to look them up. I can't find them, which is fine for now. Not a big deal, but do want to get those plates just to kind of seal that a little better. And this is going to work great because if you can see in there, I'm definitely going to replace that seat next. There's a fuse box right there. That fuse box, I have issues when it rains hard. It gets right in there on that fuse box. Rain gets behind that panel back there, corrodes the fuses. And I have to replace them quite a bit and do extra work to keep them working right. I need to figure out something that'll stop this door from swinging all the way open. I'm not sure what that is yet, but we don't want to open it up and hitting that handle right there, because if it hits that handle, it's going to knock the glass out. I don't want that to happen. But that looks good. I like that. That's going to be so nice in the summertime and the wintertime, mainly in the wintertime, because we're going to get some heat in this thing. I am looking up some AC, some different types of ACs that will go on this thing. Potentially, because the AC typically goes in the back here. Here's a hole for a pass through on the hoses, and maybe something that goes there, or maybe something that'll go on the roof. I'm still looking that up, trying to find something. Not the factory AC. I know what that's about and how much that thing costs. We're going to try to find something that's like 12 volt that doesn't use the compressor, because this is a pretty small cab. It doesn't require a whole lot to cool off. Like I said, I got this door right here through FridayParts, and I did notice that they have the side glasses too, and I think those are going to be next on the list. We'll get the side glasses in here. I did find some small AC units for tractor cabs and things, portable units that are 12 volt. I think they would actually work in here pretty well. I may have to upgrade to a larger battery maybe, but I think the alternator may be able to handle it. But yeah, this is going to be really cool. Well, it's now raining, so I guess we're going to pause on this project, and I'll see you when it stops raining. I had to go grab some more bolts. I can't find the bolts that came with this thing. This is a nice little handle. And I don't have the striker, but I went ahead and I've got a bolt in here, a big bolt. Yeah, you see I'm just using a bolt here and a nut. I'm going to tighten that down, adjust it out where it works. It'll hold. I don't know what this wire's for, if it's for a light or alarm. I don't know. Yeah, it latches, but that bolt is a little small. I think it'll work. I do have to put the windshield wiper motor in here. All I have is this nut and washer. It's got to go through this glass right here. I'm afraid to put metal on that thing. I feel like it needs some kind of rubber washer behind this and behind this nut. I don't want to put metal right on that glass. But yeah, I need some kind of door stop though, so I really don't like how that sits right against that glass. But that's cool. We finally got a door now. Let's go test it out. So if you didn't see what I was doing there was a copperhead underneath that blade. And when I picked it up and backed up, I saw it. So I relocated it. about to go down here and clean this sawmill up a little bit. I think this door is going to be great. It's going to keep weather out of this thing too. I'm going to leave the bucket on for right now because Bonnie wants me to get her some dirt for flower beds. This sawmill can get away from you real quick if you don't clean up, especially when you're real busy. Look at the heart on that wood. You see where it kind of separates from the rest of it, from the sapwood. Isn't that freaking cool? Look at that. That is a pretty piece of wood. They make some of the nicest wood. Look how clean that is. Just the cleanest pine. I left my truck up the hill. But we got that Bobcat door installed. I got one more thing I want to show you real quick. I just got to go get the truck. So with our range road edger, I'm going to be putting a fence on this thing on one side here. I know I talked about that in the past. I've been trying to find a little time. But I did get something cool for it. I want to show you here. We got laser beams. Now I'm going to figure out a way to mount these on here. I may end up putting like a little linear guide up here just to attach this needle so it slides easily, because there's no way to mount it to this needle other than welding it or welding a bracket to it. But I think I'm just going to put a linear guide up here to attach the laser to it so it easily roll back and forth or slide back and forth with the blade. This one here will be hard mounted, but I'm going to have to figure this out because we do pull boards over the top of this thing and they drop down on the front here, and I know I'm going to end up knocking those off. So I think we're going to build like a little some kind of maybe angle iron or some kind of little roof, or I don't know yet. I'm trying to figure it out. Not anything complicated, just a little piece that maybe attaches to the side here and there and comes up and over with a little overhang, and put those lasers underneath that, because when we pull boards across the top of it, they're going to end up falling down and hitting those lasers and knocking them down or knocking them out of whack or whatever. So that's one thing I'm trying to figure out right now, but these lasers are going to be awesome. Let me show you what they do. Now, many of you have probably already seen this set up before with lasers and things, but what it allows you to do is really fine tune where you put the board at. So if I want this edge to be perfect right here to get this bark off, or if it's a board that I know it's just wide enough or not quite wide enough to get in there or whatever, I'll be able to run it in here and align it with the blades and make sure it's, you know, dead on, or I got the most out of the board I can get anyway. That's going to be a game changer for this little edger. I've seen other machines set up like that, and I think it's a really cool option, and I think it'll be a really cool option to add to this thing. So that's what we're going to be doing. Now I just got to figure out how to mount these, or mount them good enough to where I'm not going to break them. They're not going to fall off. Now these lasers do come out and they are rechargeable. I may find a way to hard mount them, but I may be able to, I may set them up where I can take them off and recharge them, things like that. But yeah, Amazon right there, baby. Amazon lasers. Yeah, those things are pretty cool. They're going to be a game changer on this edger. I still hadn't figured out an easy way to mount this stuff to a sawmill, but it would be so nice to see your cut line on the wood like that. That way you know you're not going to hit a clamp, you know you're not going to hit, you know where you're cutting at. But I think that'll be really nice to get some lasers on that sawmill too. I think we may figure out a way to rig them up where they work right on that sawmill. But it is pouring rain right now, so I'm going to go ahead and get up to the house, eat some dinner, and call it a night. I'll get this video uploaded tonight, hopefully, and have it posted for you tomorrow. But that was the install of our door on our Bobcat, and I wanted to show you those lasers too. I thought I was going to be installing those today as well, but I can't now because of the weather. So plus it's a little late, so I'll get an earlier start tomorrow. I got some wood to cut though, if we have the available weather anyway. But I do have to start getting some of this wood out because we're going to be getting behind again, and that sucks. But I hope you like this video. If you got any questions about installing one of those doors, I'll be happy to answer them. They are a pain in the butt, but that is an awesome kit. And that kit right there came from FridayParts. And FridayParts carries parts for just about everything you can think of equipment-wise. And it's a pretty cool kit. It's a nice kit. And the price on those things are pretty good too. I know the factory one was stupid expensive. Check out FridayParts. I'll leave a link in the description. But that's going to do it for today. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed that Bobcat door window install. I know it's nothing crazy, but I'm excited about it. I've been wanting that door for a long time, and we finally got it installed there. Always happy to see you guys comment on the videos. So make sure you hit that like button if you like this video. Make sure you subscribe if you hadn't already, and we'll see you on the next one.